Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a quick video here. It's going to be a general overview on how to get fresh Google leads, scraping them yourself using software, and also how to find customer lookalikes. So, what is customer lookalikes? Basically, if you have specific customers that are typically your best customers, you really like working with these specific types of companies, we're able to use AI and software to look for companies that fall within the same parameters. So I'm just going to keep this video kind of a general overview of it. I can't go too far deep into the actual processes. Otherwise, this would be a very long video. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started here. All right, so step one, you're going to want to analyze your current customers. So what is their company size? Are they larger corporations like 200 plus employees, or are they small to medium sized businesses where it's 1 to 200 employees? You're going to want to solidify that. Next, what are the industry tags and keywords? So one good way to find this is, for example, I'm just going to use this website here, for example, ocean.io. You're going to see here, basically, they're going to have industry keywords. So obviously the industry is information and services here. Keywords you see here as well under the keyword section. These are the keywords and industry types you're going to want to write down. Of course, if you have multiple websites for your ideal clients, it's best to put in multiple here because you're going to start seeing overlap. You're going to see that they kind of have a lot of the same keywords. So that's what we're going to be doing after. And then finally, how would you search for this type of business if you were to go on Google? So this is pretty straightforward. If it's like a HVAC business or something like that, of course, you would search HVAC contractors, New Jersey HVAC contractors, NYC. You want to make sure you know what the keywords are when someone is searching for this type of business, of course. All right, and then onto the lookalikes. So Ocean.io is actually the best software to actually find lookalikes. It is quite pricey though when you're looking to build this, but let me go ahead and pull that up and so you guys can see how it looks. So say I wanted to find a lookalike for, let's make up an example here. I'm just going to pull up any website. All right. So I would put in their domain here and say, I have another customer that I like working with here. I'm going to grab their domain as well. All right, so now you see here, it gives us the company size. It gives us the industry tags. This is what we were looking at before. And here are the actual lookalike companies. So you see here, we can kind of sort them by how similar they are. Typically, it's best to do 85 and above. And then you would, of course, put in whatever other filters you guys wanted. And this would be able to pull a list of similar companies. You would, of course, want to look in here and make sure they actually are aligning with what you guys are offering. So if you see, for example, oil and gas here and you don't work with oil and gas type companies, you would just, go over here to the keyword section and exclude that specific keyword. You want to dial that list in, also the locations, etc., etc. And you would build your list that way. And then you would go to Clay or similar service and actually go ahead and find these people's emails, because this is just a list of companies. This is not going to give you the contact information. Okay, so let's move on to the next one here. You can also do it via apollo.io. This one's going to require more analysis, more time up front, but it can also be useful as well. So say, for example, I can actually use these keywords here. So I see here there is building maintenance, commercial. I see those two keywords. I'll do that. So I'm just going to delete this for now. And here I would put in the keywords. So there's industry keywords and then there's company keywords. I usually like using company keywords in here. So I'm going to type in commercial, and what else did we have there? We had building maintenance. All right, and as you can see here, you're going to see these really don't make sense. You're going to want to dial it in more, and the way you would do that is you can just do something like this where you do HVAC, for example, and include all, and then it's just gonna pull up HVAC company. So this is a good way to go about building those lists. You can also just start with that specific website. So you can go over to company here and you would just include the websites. So something like this, I'll just pull in the website. Make sure you remove the HTTPS there. And we're gonna see here, this is how we can pull up the keyword specifically for Apollo. And you see here the keywords. All right, so let's move on to the next step. Next is how do we use software to actually scrape for Google. So there's been basically a pretty big issue with a lot of companies. Companies have just been relying mainly on websites like Apollo and ZoomInfo and things like that, and kind of everyone is hitting up those lists. So what companies start to see is a decrease in response rates. So it's actually more beneficial now to scrape your own list, because you can actually get a lot more information and a lot more companies that may not be listed on there, especially if it's local type companies that don't have LinkedIn and stuff like that. We need to use more AI and more specific software to actually find these people's emails and find their contact information. So this typically works best for local type businesses, businesses that target local keywords like landscaper NYC, HVAC contractor NYC, whatever that is. So you're gonna go to this website here and say I wanted to target construction supplier. I'll search up and see what the best keyword would be here. So construction company. All right, so we have here, this would be most aligned with what I'm looking for. I'm gonna go ahead and copy that. And all right, so next we're gonna build a list of counties where we work in. So of course, if you work nationwide, you can just pull this whole list of counties that LinkedIn provides. So these are just a list of counties that we can search by. But if you only work in, for example, Carroll County, New Hampshire, of course you would just do that. But basically, we're gonna take our keyword that we're gonna be searching. In this case, it's gonna be construction material wholesaler, and then our counties and cities. And then we're gonna go over to the next step. Basically, we need here a serper.dev API. And what that is just this website here. It's free for the first couple thousand inquiries. You basically just sign up. And I'm not gonna go into that too much. There's videos already on YouTube on how to set that up. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip that part and go straight into the Airtable I have here. I can drop a link of this specific Airtable. Let's do this. This is the business that we're going to be searching. And say I only want to do this county here. I will go over here. All right. And basically, you see here it says Google 123. This is basically going to be searching the first page of results, the second page of results, etc., etc. And you see on the bottom here, it has page 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna run the first page here. I actually don't have my information inputted in here, so you would actually want to go in here and enter your specific API key. So you see here, this is already inserted for you, but you would want to connect your API in here, and then basically you could go ahead and run it. So you would basically just press run, and it's going to take a second here, and you're going to see when I click this, 7 results came up. Let's see, what are these? So we have here the phone number already pulled up, and we have, you see, builders for a source. We have the rating, everything like that, and it already should push it to this sheet here. So what you're gonna want to do here is go to the places, take action on this list, and write each item to a new row in other table. All right, and then I'm going to select the table here, page 1. All right, and then basically you would just select all the information here. So rating, just add all this information and sync it up with the correct column. And I'm just going to go ahead and press save. All right, and then that's pretty much it. You see here we have the information. It's going to go ahead and automatically start looking for those emails. You see already we found one. I'm not going to show this screen too much. YouTube does not like that. But that's pretty much how you go ahead and find those businesses. Again, it works best for local based services. If you're looking to work with businesses that mainly work online, I would go with the other approach of looking for lookalikes using the Apollo method or the Ocean.io method. Basically, in both cases, you're going to need to find the email addresses, and that's pretty simple to do via clay.com. I'm not going to show that again in this video. That is pretty simple to do. There's a lot of videos online, but that's pretty much the process there. Once you find their emails, find their contact information, what you're going to do next is go ahead and clean up the list. So you're going to go ahead and normalize the first name of the company. Same thing with company name. You don't want to have Closed Crucible LLC. You're going to want to have just Closed Crucible, no extra symbols or anything like that. It just looks unnatural. So then once you're done with that, go ahead and upload it to the Smart Lead or Instant Lead campaign, whatever you guys are running, to actually do the cold emailing. Again, we can do all of this here for you guys. We can set all of these lists up, and we can also set up your email infrastructure, set up your email sending platform. If you guys are interested in a service like that, we'll do all of this back end stuff. We'll set up your campaigns. We'll make sure you have a proper setup of Google inboxes, Outlook inboxes, and then some other providers so that you are consistently hitting the email inboxes and not getting flagged as spam. There's a lot of things that go into this. So if you guys are interested in getting this all done for you, we'll build the list, we'll build the lookalike list, we'll scrape the Google list, we'll do all of this technical stuff for you. We'll set up the correct emailing infrastructure for you so you're not hitting spam, you're getting in the email boxes, and you're also personalizing each of these emails. We can do that all for you. Go ahead and schedule a call with my team here, and we will get you sorted. We'll see if you are right fit for our service. And thank you. That's pretty much it for this video.